Hello, Biology 101 students. This is Mrs. Wenberg. I just wanted to give you a quick tour of the Canvas page. Of course, as Reynolds students, Reynolds has its own Canvas page, but we're not going to be using that. We're going to be right here at CodeRVA using the CodeRVA Canvas page for everything. So all of your assignments, all of your grades, everything is going to be here through the through the CodeRVA Canvas page. So that's where you should stay. But you have lots of resources as Reynolds students, so I hope you take advantage of that. Things like tutoring and access to the library. So definitely explore that. So what I want to do now is just give you a quick tour of the Canvas page. So up here at the top, notice that you've got announcements. I'm going to be sending you announcements each week with information about the class, the plan for the week. So make sure you always go there. Like for this one, there's a little video that I made for you, so please watch that. All right. The home landing page is always where you should focus your attention on. So just a couple of things here. Of course, our little dinosaur has a graduation hat because you guys are going to be graduating this year. So that's super exciting. You got a lot going on. We have 10 weeks to do everything we do for 101. So we are going to be rolling through. So let me just show you some of the things here. Obviously, each of these buttons takes you to a different part of the Canvas page. Modules takes you to where all the modules are. We'll come back to that one. The teacher page tells you a little bit more about me. The syllabus page and due dates, that's the place to go. I'm not going to give you a paper copy of the syllabus. You have a downloadable copy right here. And as we go through, I'm going to fill in a little bit more of the syllabus as well too. So the due dates are here, but keep in mind that's not all the content, right? There's a lot of content back in those modules, so don't get hung up on the due dates that are here. Always look back at your modules. That's where you need to be. All right. Other things, obviously your grades. You can check your grades. It may say that it's pending or waiting for me to grade something. So, just I'll get to it. I'll grade it as quickly as I can. Under resources, this is just some things for you as a J. Sargent Reynolds students. You are permanently part of the Virginia Community College program, so please utilize those resources. They are there for you. I did put a link up here at the top. If you're having trouble with your computer, this is the form that you use for CodeRVA to report a problem to the technical services, and then they'll reach out to you. So that link is there if you need it. And let me go back home here. One other thing I want to point out before I get to the modules is down here, this question and answer section. This takes you to a discussion. And we're going to be using discussions a lot this year, but this is going to be something that's just generally running. And this is where, like, say you've got a question about either some kind of content or a question about a procedure, or you need a clarification about something. You can go here to this question and answer discussion and type what you want to say, and either I or one of your peers will hopefully see that and answer it as quickly as we can so that we can keep some line of communication open. So this is something, if you see that someone has posted to it, maybe you can answer their question. You might want to subscribe to it over here so that you get the notices as soon as someone posts something. Please keep it professional and appropriate. I mean, this is our place where we can kind of, since we don't have that face-to-face contact this semester, this is about as close as we're going to get to try to answer each other's questions on the fly. So use this question and answer. Subscribe to it so that you get the notifications when someone posts, and then try to help them out. Help out a friend. Absolutely. I may not get to them first. Maybe you get to them and answer their questions. So that would be great. All right, so let's go to the modules. All right, so modules are where we're going to be living. I do have a first module here. It just says course documents, and this is just some information for you. AMA citations are what we're going to be using this year. And there's some information there for you, and just different. All of the outcomes are listed here, but we're going to be chunking them up each week. So I'll list them for you each week as well. All right, so then we're going to go each week and do something different. Each week we'll generally tell you what is in store. You will have the objectives listed. We will have discussions. And remember, you can always tell from the little icon what something is. There'll be discussions, there'll be quizzes, there'll be activities, and then there'll be just general content pages. So for example, for this objective, it's just these three things. And then if I go back to my module, I can see the actual content that goes with that objective here. And so this is what you need to read through. Here's your content for that particular objective. And each objective will have its own content. So it may look like a lot, but it's just the content that explains that objective. Each week we'll be doing a statement of learning, which is basically, I'm going to give you a list of all the objectives because that's what I want, right? I want you to be able to meet those objectives. And so in those statements of learning, that's where you're going to show me that, yes, you can do all of those things from that week. And it's going to be various formats. We're going to start out using actual docs, and we may expand into slides and videos later as we go on, but we're going to start using a doc. And then you have an AMA citation. This is supposed to be you, right? This is supposed to be you and your words and your learning. So I don't want you to copy and paste from the text. That is absolutely not the point of this. This should be you. Now, if you want to do physical notes and take a picture of that and upload it, I am 100% behind that, because you do what works for you. You put this in a context that makes sense to you, and you just show me that learning. Okay, so if you want to do it as a physical paper and just take a picture and send me the screenshot as part of the document, that is absolutely fine as well. Just make sure I can read it. Just make sure I can read it. And there'll be a rubric that goes along with those as well too. So I don't want to go on too much about that, but I think I've covered the basics. And again, we'll just have to have a little patience and grace with each other as we learn and move through this year. And I think it's going to be great, but there is going to be a little learning curve here at the beginning as we get used to each other and get used to this pace. So I'm looking forward to seeing you on the 9th, and you can always email me if you have any questions. All right, bye.